right, welcome race fans. We are back this week for the SRA Cup Series here for their final race of the regular season. Next week starts the chase out there with Darlington. So we'll have to, that's going to be a great race, but that'll be the first race of the round of 12. So it's very important that the guys have a good race here tonight and get as many points as they can to lock themselves into the top 12. We'll get to the points here in just a minute. We've got no other broadcast up tonight that I remember, but yeah, because a couple of the leagues are in between seasons. But coming up tomorrow night, we have the North Cup Series, so tune in for that. That's going to be a pretty awesome. They will be at Bristol. So right now, Jake Nichols at the top of the leaderboard. Let's take a look at the race analytics here coming into tonight. 84-degree air temperature, 114-degree track temperature, which it has cooled down a couple of degrees. When they joined, it was 116. So 145 laps here, and it is a 1 mile track, so it'll be 145 miles. Tire window about 45 to 60 laps, depending. And fuel window about 45 to 50 laps. And they might get a little bit more than that. I'm not really all that sure. And pit road speed 45 miles an hour. All right, looking at the points coming into tonight. Jake Nichols with a very commanding lead over Kyle Trudell, 106 points ahead of him. So Jake's been just on rails out here. Kyle is 106 back. Robert Burris in third, 108 back. David Shutt in fourth, 129 back. Bryce Senesac in fifth, 166 behind. Then we got a three-way tie here for sixth place. Femi Olat, Anthony Emery, and Bobby Cheney all tied for sixth place, 177 behind. Marcus Richardson in ninth, 183 behind. Zoltan Hertzeg in 10th, 197 back. In 11th, we have James Coulibaly, 212 behind. James Doan in 12th, 217 back. Delonte Ballard, 13th, 224 back. Robert Giannini in 14th, 226 behind. Cass Sullivan in 15th, 229 behind. Ariotti 16th, 237 behind. Derek Self in 17th, 238 back. Tyler Sifford finally broke back into the top 20 here in 18th, 240 back. Ethan Kurtz 241 back in 19th. And Freddie De La Rosa dropped 4 positions this week. He is now in 20th, 257 behind the leader. Well, we're looking for stage lap number 60 out of the 145 laps. So that's what we'll be looking for. And everybody will come to pit road and freshen up their tires. That is if they can make it that far. I don't really think they can, but they might. I really don't know what the fuel mileage is on these cars anymore. It's too hard to judge at 1 mile track here, but very high speeds. The guys were saying they could not believe how fast these cars were on this track here tonight. All right, we caught up with one of the drivers here, Nate Trito. Nate, tell me what the track feels like. You've been out there.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's not really snug or loose. I think it'll put on some good racing tonight.
So how do you expect to run here tonight? I mean, you're not really in the running for the chase right now, but how do you think you'll do tonight?
I'm going to start in the back and wing it. I really don't have any expectations, so I'm just going to go out there and have a good time.
Yeah, I think everybody was saying how fast the track fell out there. Even though it's 114 degrees, there's a lot of grip, but they're saying it might be a little bit tight in the corners. Are you noticing that yourself?
It's a little snug corner-wise, yeah, but there's so much room to work, and you know, you got that big apron down the back straightaway to make some moves. So I think it'll definitely still be racy. You know, because the outside, if you can pinch the guy on the inside and keep their run down, I think it'll be some good side-by-side racing.
Well, I know this track's pretty popular amongst a lot of short track drivers. What do you think? Where would you rate this track? And you know, like 1 being the best and 10 being the worst. Where would you put it?
I'd say it's probably a 2 or 3. It's a really good. You know, we don't really get to race a lot of short tracks, so anytime we get to go to a short track in general, it's a good time and you have a lot of fun with it. So, like I said, just going to try and have a good time tonight and, you know, make the best of it.
All right, Nate. Well, we'll let you go there. Good luck out there tonight, Nate.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Jeffy.
This.
We're just about ready to cut away here for the national anthem, folks. We'll be back right after that with the qualifying. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Lots of good racing coming up.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red the bombs busting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the frame, you're the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, in the home of the
All right, folks, we're back. They're just now taken to the track here to qualify, so no times have come in. Hey, Chemo.
Timo.
Going to be a lot of Play-Doh eating in chat tonight.
Rudy beat me to it.
Oof. Well, so far, David Shutt, top of the leaderboard. Robert Burris, second. Anthony Emery, third. And Marshall Stanley, fourth, are the only ones that have turned in a time so far.
So far, yeah.
Oh, there we go. David Shutt. Koulibaly comes in fourth now, beating Marshall Stanley. Okay, here comes Marcus Richardson around in the 01 to turn in his first time. Let's see what he turns in here. We know Marcus is fast.
Yes.
That a one and done. Put him to second. Femi Olat took the lead by 64 one-thousandths of a second over Marcus Richardson. Wow.
Wow.
How about Ethan Kurtz up to third? Very nice. What happened to Jake Nichols? He ain't even on the track. He better hustle
Well,
if he's going to get a lap in. Wow.
Yeah, but I've also noticed though too, Rudy, that there's been some races this season that he hasn't qualified for, and he's just kind of starting in the back. But he has come out on track now.
Tyler Sifford into sixth. Hey, Drea. Ariotti to third. Nice lap by Ariotti. Wow. We still got four more guys on the track, though. Jonathan Shipman, Jake Nichols, Delonte Ballard. There you go. Jake Nichols to the top of the leaderboard, beating and Shipman to second.
Wow.
Oh, nice lap. Very nice lap. And I'll tell you what, 25.996, top of the leaderboard there by Jake Nichols. Well, that's why he is the points leader over second place by quite a bit. But you know, I did not see Kyle Trudell in here tonight. Where is he at?
No, I do not see him.
No, second in points. That's going to hurt him.
Yeah, it is.
That's probably going to drop him all the way back to about maybe fifth or sixth in the points, unless
Could
he's
do
not.
it, yeah.
Unless he's not worried about that. I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
Well, all you got to be is in the top 12 in points, and you're going to make it into the next round. So maybe he's not worried about dropping out of the top 12 and just decided he didn't want to run Phoenix tonight. I don't know. All right, we'll get him down here on the grid here. Jake Nichols taking the pole, the 25.996. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Jonathan Shipman outside of the front row there in second. Femi Olat starting third. Tyler Ducharme fourth. Marcus Richardson fifth. Ariotti will start sixth. Ethan Kurtz in seventh. David Shutt eighth. Delonte Ballard ninth. And Robert Burris 10th. Jeff?
Yep, Tyler Sifford will start 11th tonight. Anthony Emery will start 12th. James Coolbally in 13th. Derek Self 14th. Marshall Stanley, last one to take qualifying time, will start 15th. Nate Trado in 16th. Bobby Cheney 17th. Chuck Sweeting 18th. And rounding out the field in 19th is Bryce Senesac.
Well, that'll be a nice sized field anyhow. I mean, you know, I'm not going to, you know, not to be disrespectful of the guys or anything, but the fewer the cars, the fewer the cautions. It's just, you know, just a rule of thumb. You know, I mean, according to Hoyle, that works out good. Whoever Hoyle is.
Yeah.
Well, where's our pole sitter? He's not getting on the pole here. Where's he at? Am I missing him?
No, third place ain't there either.
That me.
Oh, there's Femi.
There's
and
Jake.
there's Jake.
Gonna say, but I mean, wow. Take the pole and don't even start the race. No, not that I haven't seen that before, but. All right, here we go, rolling out. Okay, like I said, we're looking for stage lap number 60 here for the first stage. And then the last stage will be 85 lap. And I'm not really sure, Jeff, if they're going to have to pit inside this first stage or not. I really don't know what the fuel mileage is on these cars on a 1 mile track. I can usually judge it pretty close on 1.5 miles to 2 miles or even the super speedways, but this miles kind of really throws me off.
Yeah, I think they can do probably about around what that is, but
Yep.
you see the pace car heading in there. Get them going here.
All right.
Green flag, green flag.
There it is. We're underway. Good start by Jake Nichols and Femi Olat.
Yes. But yeah, back to the whole fuel thing there, Rudy. I think what you said there, I think they can probably do a fuel run exactly what it is to the stage. So I think it might kind of throw in a little bit of a curveball there to these guys. We might see some guys try some short pitting, and we might see some guys wait until that caution comes out.
Yeah.
I think that's right around where their fuel windows want to be.
Well, Femi Olat clears Jonathan Shipman, goes into second.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I'll tell you, Shipman closed right up on the back of Femi's bumper there in turn
did.
1.
Yeah, now he's
Whoa.
got Marcus Richardson looking to his outside, but wow, he just shut the door and said, nope, try again.
Yeah. Have a nice day. Come again.
Yep. We did have one driver, though, that did not start the race, and that was Chuck Sweeting, so we do have only an 18-car
Yep.
field.
Okay. Valente Ballard now looking to the inside of Ariotti.
Yes, sir.
And that would be a battle for 7th place if he can do it. He cuts it down across that open dog leg. Very, very tough to pass, it looks
It
like.
is. Yeah.
You're going to have to make your passes probably on fresh tires. Oh,
I think
man,
so.
Delonte
Ooh,
got loose.
ooh. Yes, he did. Yeah, I think you're right about that, Rudy. I think fresh tires are going to be a given for passes. I'm pretty sure that, you know, from what
Yep.
these guys are showing right now, just 4 laps into this race, it looks like they're really struggling.
Well, I'll tell you what, Marcus Richardson and Jonathan Shipman, I don't know how they did not make contact right there. You couldn't have put a piece of paper between them.
No, you couldn't.
Man, I'm telling you, and Marcus again coming off the
Wow.
corner. Shipman a little wiggle there.
Yeah, we got somebody hitting the wall there off of turn 4, and that was the 05 car, Derek Self. It looks like the car's okay, though. He collected himself, and he didn't
Yep.
really get into anybody, so he's doing good. But, man, he's kind of be a little careful. 5 laps in and already hitting the wall. Man, that's kind of a tough break there to be hitting the wall that early.
Jake Nichols picking him up and putting him down right now, but Femi Olat's staying right with him.
Yes, sir. Femi's not going to let him get out that far this early in the race. If he does,
yellow flag.
We
our
got a
first
caution.
Oh, looks like the 14 car there. That was Ethan Kurtz. But there's a lot more
Ooh.
cars involved too.
Let's go see what happened to Ethan.
Looks like possible contact between him and Delonta Ballard.
Okay. Well, they were running pretty close. Oh, he bounces off the wall right there out of turn 4. And that does allow Delonta Ballard to go into turn 1 looking on the inside. Now, I'm not. Oh, and Delonta gets a little bit loose. And that's where it comes in right there. And he gets into the back of him. Yeah, that was kind of all on Delonta right there, just driving it in and getting a little wiggle there going into turn 1.
Yeah, well, that wiggle's what caused it. If Delonta wouldn't have had that little bit of a loose feeling to his car, I don't think he would have gotten up into the 14 of Ethan Kurtz, but that's kind of where that transpired. And then you see these guys here, they just, when they try to get by him, somebody, after they passed him, somebody spun out. I don't know who that was. I think they were slowing down trying to, miss him, and they just kind of got caught off guard. But that looks like David Schutt's car. Yeah, it was. I think somebody might have, kind of hit the back of him and got him loose, thinking they were trying to, slow up to get around Ethan. So, man, just a lot of action in his first couple laps here.
Yep, and it looks like Ethan took his car behind the wall, just too much damage.
Yeah.
And Delonta Ballard does a drive-through, so I'm assuming he's probably going to stay out and try to get a bonus point.
Yeah.
And he could use it right now because he is just outside of the top 12. All right, so first one off of pit road is going to be Jake Nichols, and then Femi Olat, Tyler Ducharme, Marcus Richardson. And yeah, now Ballard's going to come in, but he still did not lead a lap, so maybe he just missed his pit stall.
Could have.
Yep, that happens a lot. We see that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to get interviews in, which we're not going to have time now because the lights are already out, but
yeah,
if we're going to get interviews in, it's going to have to be really, really quick.
It is because
this is a short track.
Yes.
Gonna have to be short, brief, to the point, and get them out.
Yep.
All right, get them going here, Jeff.
All right, we'll do. All right, well, we've got, well, he's not really new to the front, but he didn't get a good start, and he did kind of lose a few positions, but he's back to where he started this race. It showed, a position ahead of where he started, and that's Tyler Ducharme here in third. I'll get it right in a minute. But I was reading where he was compared to where he started. But okay, pace car is in the pits, and we're back under green flag conditions here at ISM Phoenix, whatever we want to call it. And wow, good restart there for Jake Nichols and Femi Olat trying to contest here to see if he can get around him. And Femi has not been letting him drive away.
Well, there was a little bit of wheel spin there by Femi on that start.
Yeah.
But boy, he gathered it up really quick.
Yeah. And Tyler Ducharme was looking to the inside of Marcus Richardson, but Marcus Richardson was like, nope, you're going to try again there, my friend.
Yep. Well, the one that's moved up a couple of positions here now because he kind of fell back at the start of the race is Ariotti.
Yes.
So he's doing real well. Nate Trito
very well.
From 16th to 6th. So he's definitely moving up.
Yeah.
And Jake Nichols is checking out.
He is, yeah. Robert Burris did not get the restart he had hoped for, though, because he restarted 5th, and now he's fallen back to 7th. But he is looking on the inside of Tyler Ducharme, as Tyler Ducharme has lost 2 positions. And he will lose that one as well to Robert Burris. So Tyler Ducharme back to 7th.
Yeah, I think I've seen Tyler drive it in really hard there on Marcus Richardson. He may have drove it in a little bit too deep there, and the car got really tight on him. But he'll be all right. Lots of racing to go here.
Oh, yes.
We're only on lap 13, so.
Of 145, so lots of racing to go.
Bryce Senesac from 19th to 8th.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big move.
That is a big move.
We had a lot of guys that stayed on pit road for lengthy pit stops.
Yeah.
And the one that's way off of the pace right now is Delonte Ballard, because he pitted there just as they were getting ready to go green. He come to pit road to get new tires, obviously. So that puts him, he's not far ahead of the leaders, maybe about 7 seconds ahead of Jake Nichols right now.
He is in lap down territory here. If he doesn't, get a caution here to kind of help him out and catch him back up to the pack, he could go a lap down.
Oh, and Femi, man, oh man,
wow.
He is driving it so hard. That car is kicking out on him.
Wow. But that right there shows you his talents behind the wheel of one of these virtual race cars right there, because he was able to control that car, and that was just amazing.
Let's see if he does it again here. I'm riding along with Ariotti right behind him. Let's see if Femi gets loose coming out of 4 again. No, much better that time.
Yeah.
But man, that was a scary moment there. Just
it was.
That previous lap. Golly.
There's been a few drivers there so far in turn 4 have a few scary moments in this first 16 laps.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be a kind of a watch point tonight to see how drivers can get through that turn.
Yep. Robert Burr's hanging on to 6th place. Jake Nichols now almost a full second ahead of Marcus Richardson.
Yeah. Starting to check out here, but I think Marcus Richardson's going to try his best to change that. We know for a fact that Marcus has been the driver that has been trying to change that for several weeks, and he has done very good at it too, because he has won 2 of the previous races before Watkins Glen, to where he kept Jake at bay. Because, I mean, before that, Jake had the show. Then Marcus kind of come in and was like, I'm going to change it up a little bit. And then last week at Watkins Glen, we had Bobby Zielinski come in and get the win. So I think Jake's kind of saying, I've had races where I haven't won. It's time for me to kind of get back into victory lane.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, even though he finished second at Watkins Glen, he really wanted to win. And like he said, if you finish second to Bobby Zielinski, it's like a win,
Yeah.
I mean, really, because Bobby is so good at them road courses.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he finished second to Marcus Richardson there at Indianapolis or Michigan, one of those two.
Yeah.
It was Indianapolis. So, I mean, finishing second to Marcus and then finishing second to, Bobby, that's really got to put some, kind of mindset into him. He's like, I got to go for it this week.
Well, Nate Trito all over the back of Ariotti right now. Boy, he had a moment there. He drove it into turn 3 pretty good. There he goes into turn 1. He can get into the corners pretty good, but getting off of there, getting that bite off to get the run and try to pass Ariotti, that's a whole different ball game right there.
It is. Not sure what happened to Anthony Emery, but he takes his car behind the wall.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Huh.
So we're down to just 16 drivers now.
Tyler Ducharme in 6th.
Yes. Robert Burris back to 7th. He was running 6th, so that means Tyler Ducharme did get around him.
Yeah.
And Bryce Senesac up to 8th. Oh, wow. And look at that. Jonathan Shipman was utilizing that whole bottom portion of the track there through the dog leg, and he's trying his best to get around Bryce, and he's going to do it coming out turn 4. But Bryce going to try to battle back here.
Very good racing right there. That was just done perfectly.
It was, yeah. Jonathan Shipman did everything in, his wheelhouse to get that done in the right maneuvers, and he did it. And Bryce is probably scratching his head going, wow, I need to try that next.
Yep. Well, Bobby Cheney into 10th now after starting 17th. He is in the running for the chase here, so he's trying to keep himself, up inside this top 10 to stay alive to move on to the next round of 12. Doing good. David Shutt there in the 11th. David's 4th in the points coming into tonight, so he's pretty much, as long as he doesn't finish like Well, he can't finish 20th. The worst he
Yeah.
could finish right now would be 16th. So he pretty much, I think he might be, I'm not going to say he's locked in, but he's got a pretty good chance of being one of the round of 12 drivers.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yep. Same with Robert Burris and Jake Nichols.
Oh, yeah.
Those front four have got enough points they probably wouldn't even have had to race tonight.
Probably not.
You know, they would have been all right.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I
Marcus,
think.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to say Marcus is almost a second and a half now behind.
Yeah, it's he's checking out already. So, but what I was going to say was, I think even if Bryce Senesac can have a good run here tonight, I think he'll probably even be a a good fit into the top 12 here.
Oh,
So,
sure.
Yeah, the only ones right now that kind of that are on that kind of hair thin line or bubble that I'm looking at really to be kind of pushed out possibly would be James Coulibaly, James Doan, and maybe possibly Marcus Richardson. I mean, Marcus is running good right now, so if he finishes where he's running, I think he probably will have a better chance of staying in. But if he has a bad race tonight, I think he's got a possibility to be pushed out. But another one I'm looking at here, I don't even see him here tonight, Rudy, is Zoltan Hertzeg. And he lost 4 positions in the last race that he did, so that's hurting him too. And I think tonight, since he missed this race and he lost those 4 positions from the previous race, I think that right there probably just goes ahead and knocks him out, sadly.
Yeah, and that's going to be good for Delonte Ballard because Delonte's, he's coming into tonight. He was in 13th in the points, so that's going to help him with Zoltan not here, James Doan not here.
Yeah.
All that's going to help him, clear a spot. And another one that I'm kind of looking at here because there's a few other drivers missing. Robert Giannini and Cass Sullivan's not here.
Yeah.
Ariotti could be on the bubble of making it in.
Could be, yeah. And since James Coulibaly is kind of right there in that bubble zone and he's here, I think he's probably got a pretty good shot of making it in because Zoltan and James are the two around him and they're not here. So.
Oh, sure. And James running in 13th right now, right where he started. Right where he started tonight.
It'll be really interesting, Rudy, to see what guys do make it in after this race tonight and what guys don't make the cut.
Yep. Well, Ballard still has not been able to make up any ground on the field there after making that pit stop when they got the green flag. That's going to be tough to come back from. He needs a caution.
He does.
Yeah, and if we're going with the stage, he's going to have, he's got about another 30 laps to go here before we get to the first stage. So
yeah.
And I'd say probably in that 30 laps, as fast as laps as Jake Nichols is putting down, he'll probably pass Delonte and put him a lap down. But when that caution comes out, he'll get that lap right back.
Oh, of course. And I think something else to go ahead and note here too, Rudy, is that what we talked about there at the beginning of the race, where we was talking about the fuel run. Since we've had that first caution and most of the guys pitted and topped off their tanks, I'm pretty sure they can make it well past the stage limit now. But when the stage comes out, I'm pretty sure we'll see them fill their tanks back up.
Yeah. Well, now, if Anthony Emery dropped out, he's going to finish 17th. And he was 7th in the points coming into tonight, tied with Bobby Chaney and Marcus Richardson. I wonder maybe if he's not really, he might have just said, I'm really not too concerned about losing my position in the top 12.
Could have been that way.
Mathematically, I don't think he will. I don't, because, looking at the difference in the points there, mathematically, he might be in.
Or he's tied with Femi and Bobby. He's 6 points ahead of Marcus Richardson, but where Marcus Richardson's running, he's automatically going to, surpass that. So, I mean, he's going to get up a couple more positions tonight if he can finish where he's running. But then next to Marcus is Zoltan, and he's not even here. So that means we'll have James Coulibaly moving up. Delonte Ballard's probably going to move up because those two guys are here, and Zoltan and James Doan are not. And they're the next ones in line after, the tie. So the way I'm looking at it, I think Anthony Emery might actually be setting this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's safe. I think he might
think
make
he
it
is.
in.
Yeah, and I think he kind of done the math himself too before he
Yep.
actually decided to take his car behind the wall. Because as I said, looking at it, he done the same thing we did. He broke it down, he assessed it, and he looked at it and said, well, Zoltan's not here, James Doan's not here, Robert Giannini's not here, Cass Silliman's not here. Those are the only guys that are in the berth and able, that's in that area range to be able to
Right.
affect me. And they're not even here. So I think I have a pretty good shot of kind of just taking a gamble at it and actually leaving now and finishing where I'm going to finish and probably still be okay. So yeah,
Yep.
I'm thinking that he will make it in.
Well, Shipman made it around Robert Burris. I think Robert's just taking it easy right now.
I think so, too.
He's pretty much locked in. He's just out here
Yeah.
having a little fun right now. He doesn't need to worry about, he's moving on to the next round. So
Yeah.
I mean,
And talking about Chase points tonight, Rudy, and talking about Robert Burris, yeah, it's no doubt that he's locked in where his position is. I mean, he's 37 points ahead of Bryce Senesac, and where's Bryce Senesac running at right now? He's running in, well, right behind him, but with the points deficit that they have between one another, I don't think that's really going to matter too much. So
Right.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Robert's locked in. So that's exactly probably what he's doing. What you said, he's just taking it easy right now.
I don't know what's going on with Ariotti, but Jonathan Shipman just drove around Erie, and so
Yeah.
is Robert Burris.
Yes.
So, and we know Arie's a great tire saver, so I don't
of
really know
course.
what's going on with Arie's car right now. Maybe he's just not, I don't know, maybe he's just not feeling it right now, or
Could not
maybe
be.
he's been doing the math and saying, I think if I just kind of take it easy here, I'll make it in.
I mean, well, let's go back and where was he? I know he was close. I think he's next to, no, okay, he's under Cass Silliman. He's in 16th. And he did lose 2 positions from his last race that he did. So, I mean, and looking at the points, he was 8 behind Cass Silliman, so I'm pretty sure he'll pass him tonight. Robert Giannini, he was probably 10 points. Yeah, he's 10 points back from him. So, I mean, he's at least going to get up to 14th place. And then Zoltan Herczeg and James Doan out of the picture tonight. I don't know if he should pick up their positions too, I would think. Because, I mean, they were about, yeah, so Ari probably does have a possibility to make it in too. So,
Yep. Well, Ballard's still hanging on to the lead lap. I'm not sure how he's doing it, but boy, he's still hanging on to it. He might just make it to the stage round here to
Yeah.
ooh, wow, that was a close call right there. He almost got
That
into
was.
Derek
Yeah.
Self. But I think Delonte can kind of feel the pressure here now. He's knowing that Jake Nichols is coming up on them guys fairly quickly.
yes.
He's about maybe 3 seconds behind these guys, so he's got to get the move on here. He does not want to go a lap down, if possible.
Yeah.
And they still got a lot of laps to go here before we get to the first stage, so I don't know. And man, I'll tell you, look at that lead Jake Nichols has got. 3.1 seconds over Marcus Richardson. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's just checked out right now. He's in a different time zone. He's in a different race. He's just out there just driving around.
Hey, Becky. Yeah, other than that, it was really the battles that are going on right now. There's nobody really all that close. David Shutt is coming up on Ariotti, and that might be a pass here because Ari's not doing that well right now.
Yeah.
There may be a pass there. I'm not really sure. And all these guys did a 4-tire change on that pit stop too. So they were on equal tires. It's not like somebody did a 2-tire change, because I did not see that.
No.
And David Shutt's he had a bumper up there beside him, but and boy, Ari, big loose condition there off of turn 4. And he's going to swing a little wide right here. It looks like David Shutt's going to take the dog leg, try to complete that pass on Ariotti. And I think he might have him here. I don't know. We'll find out. Going into turn 3, yeah, he's got him. Ari's not fighting too awful hard right now. Here's got, man, his car is really loose. All right, back up front here, Femi Olat and Nate Trito hanging right with Marcus Richardson. This is a good race right here between these three. As the race goes on here, now they've got about let's see, about 14 laps to go here before the stage.
Yeah, it's starting to wind down, and they're getting into the race here now. As you said, only 14 to go till the stage.
Good stuff. Tyler Ducharme hanging on to 5th place. He wasn't, talked to him before the race, he said he wasn't too sure about it, but he said, man, the car felt really fast out there tonight. He said he just felt like he was flying around this joint, so. And maybe that's how these other guys are feeling right now, too. They're feeling, man, this car is so super fast, you know?
Yeah.
Put away back to Jonathan Shipman, and he's clearly way ahead of Robert Burris now. Robert's got David Shutt on his tail. And Robert hasn't been battling too much with the guys. He's been just kind of doing the Ariotti thing and letting them go, you know. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, he's pretty much locked into the first round of the chase. So he really doesn't need to be out here racing people too hard, you know. Shutt looks to the inside there in the dog leg, but wasn't quite enough horsepower. Here he goes into turn 3, side by side with Robert Burris. Wow, man, that was close. He almost had him. He will get him probably in the next couple laps. Bryce Senesac gets around Ariotti, so Bryce into 9th. Coming from 19th. Nice run. He started dead last today. Well, we've had one caution, in case anybody's wondering. We did have one caution at the beginning of the race there. It was on lap 12 or something like that. We had the first caution, and we haven't had a caution since. So, and here comes Jake Nichols now up on the back of Derek Self. And Derek is 17th in the point, so I'm not really too awful positive whether he'll make it in, but it's going to be close here. He might make it into the next round. That's another one that's just kind of iffy right now. Him and Ariotti both kind of iffy. It all depends on how this plays out. Well, he goes a lap down. Jake Nichols clears him. Oh, man. Wow. Derek Self got right up on the back of Jake there. Woo. All right, about 7 to go here, folks, before we get to the stage. Marcus and Femi battling 2nd and 3rd. I don't know if Femi's got anything to clear Marcus or not, but
I'm not sure.
He's hanging right there with him.
He is. Nate Trato's hanging with them here, too, in the 97 car.
Femi's there taking a look.
Yeah.
It's time to go if you're going to try to get that position.
And they're coming here to 6 to go in the stage, so, I mean, Femi's got to do everything he can if he wants to get around Marcus Richardson.
He's running about 3.5 seconds behind the leader, Jake Nichols. Man, who would have thunked that, huh?
Yeah.
All right, 5 to go here for the first stage, folks.
Well, the good news is Delonta Ballard never went a lap down, and he's still fighting strong to not do that. Derek Self has gotten passed by Jake and has went a lap down.
Marcus with a mirror full of Femi Olat. Femi might have backed off a little bit there to cool the tires off. I don't know. He's pretty loose coming out of 4. I think he's pretty much used up everything he's got trying to get around Marcus right now. Marcus is pretty steady. Yeah, I think Femi, he's kind of backed off there, so I think he realizes, man, I've just used everything I got to try to get by him, and there's just nothing left. There's no grip left in them tires.
No.
As they're wiggling around a little bit, they're coming up on Derek Dolph now, and that would put more cars by Derek Dolph. But the thing of it is, even though he is a lap down, he'll be the first and only car lap down, so he'll get the wave by and be right back on the tail end of the lead lap. So not that big of a deal for Derek Self. There should be, anyhow. All right, 2 more to go here for Jake Nichols to bring home the stage win number 1. All right, this should be it here. White flag for stage win number 1. Just 2 more corners to bring home the win here. Oh my gosh, look at this. Stage win. Racking up them points, Jeff. He just keeps racking them up, man.
Yes.
I'm telling you. Pretty amazing. And there it is, stage winner, Jake Nickel. And we'll see if we can't get a word in with him here, folks, in just a minute. So I don't know if he's busy or he's probably going to be pitting, no doubt. So I don't know if you want to try to get him up here.
Let's see where he's at. Got him.
Jake Nichols, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, you win this first stage, and man, you had pulled away so far away from second place. Obviously, the car's feeling pretty good, but boy, I'll tell you what, everybody, the tires were just shot right there.
Yeah, for sure. It was a handful. I needed to grab a drink there. Probably will have to get a few more. It's hard to drive. It's not too tight through the center, but it's a little tight through the center, and then you're just skating on exit, and especially on the long run there. So
Right.
we're definitely just trying to take care of the car. I really like shorter tracks, so this goes right in my wheelhouse here. So hopefully we can keep the car clean, keep track position, and get the win tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats on your stage win. We'll let you go through your pit stop. Good luck the rest of the race.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, so Jake Nichols winning the first stage. Let's see what these guys got for the finale here. Could be interesting, Jeff.
Yep, very, very interesting.
After everybody gets their pit stops here and no mistakes made. We don't want to see anybody make any mistakes on pit road or anything. Koulibaly does his normal drive through there. And Jake Nichols out first. I'll tell you what, it was Marcus Richardson almost had him. Phew, man, that was close.
Yes, it was.
But Koulibaly stays out, I think, to lead a lap here, so he'll go around one more time here, no doubt. Get that bonus point. And that's going to help him because he come into tonight 11th in points. Every point's going to matter right now for him.
It
you know,
is.
this is going to definitely put him past Zoltan Herczeg. And let's see. I don't think he'll pass Anthony Emery, but it'll be pretty close.
Yeah.
He'll be right up there close from probably about 9th or 10th in the point. So Koulibaly will make it into the next round.
That's
barring
great.
nothing serious happens out there.
Yeah.
Even if he finished dead last, I think he might still make it in. I don't really know, but So he collects the bonus points, so he'll come to pit road this time. Well, anybody else you want to talk to real quick before they go back green? Yeah.
How about, let's see, where's he at? I'm trying to find him. Nate Trado.
Well, we talked to him before the race.
Oh, that's right, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, maybe we talked to somebody different.
Talk to Tyler Sifford.
All right.
Tyler Sifford, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Tyler, tell us how your run's going out there tonight for you and how the car feels.
Run's not going really well. I mean, we got damage from that first caution. It made the car really tight. Then we got really loose from tires having to burn off. And we hit the wall again. But, you know, it's no biggie. I mean, I'm not really going to get in the chase. So it's all about this is just pretty much just having fun and listening to the carnage.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, it kind of looked like, you know, it's, Phoenix can be, or ISM, whatever you want to call it now, can be, you know, a challenging track for some drivers. What is it to you? I mean, like, have you always, you know, felt kind of good at Phoenix, or is it kind of been a struggle for you?
Phoenix has always been a struggle. I've always been a lot better when they had the grass in the infield, you know, back in those days, but now it's always been a troublesome track just because you can have all that momentum and race really hard. But no, it's something I'm going to have to learn for next season, but I think we'll be all right.
Green flag.
All right, Tyler. Well, sorry about your luck here tonight, my friend, and good luck in the rest of the race, and make the most of it.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff, we're back to green and a good start here by the front row. And man, I'll tell you what, Nate Trito's putting it on here. He's battling side by side with Femi Olat. He's having a good day here. That's another driver that we've been seeing actually coming up through the ranks and becoming a very good racer. And I think he's kind of like Kyle Trudell. You know, the things that we've seen coming out of the Kyle Trudell camp has been amazing this season. That's how he's got himself in second in point. He's not here tonight to defend that second place in points, but he's pretty much locked in. He is locked into the next round. Now, providing they don't have a rule that says you got to make it here. I don't think they do, but I may be wrong. I think it's once you get into chase, you can't miss any.
No, I don't think so.
You know. Well, Jake's not driving away yet.
Nope.
Marcus is staying right with him.
I think Marcus kind of thinks about it, Rudy, and he's like, look at what I did before, you know, the stage. I let him drive away. This time I can't do that. So I think he's going to try his very best to not let that happen. Also, while holding off Demi, because Demi's just got to, you know, he's full of steam right now, and he's ready to release that pressure and try to get around Marcus. It's been kind of a struggle for him, and I know he's got to be feeling some pressure. So, you know, Marcus is going to be trying to hold him off while he drives the race, Jake, and that's going to be kind of tough to juggle.
Yeah, these guys know Jake's fast, you know, and it's kind of like what Jake said last week at Watkins Glen when he finished behind Bobby Zielinski. You know, finishing second to him is like a win. So that's probably how these guys are feeling here. We know Marcus, you know, he's the winningest driver in SRA, so we know he knows how to get to victory lane, and he's been there so many times that, gosh, I don't know how many wins was it? What, like 124 wins or something?
Well, that's changed by now, I think. You know, with him. You know, he's got 135 total.
Okay, so man, I'll tell you what, you know, that's a lot more than Jake Nichols has got. But of course, Marcus has been here a lot longer too. You know. But Jake's really been making his presence known, so these guys are probably saying, you know, hey, if I finish second to Jake, man, I'll tell you, I did good today.
Yeah, but if Jake keeps up his momentum, he might catch up to Marcus because he's halfway there. I mean, I would consider halfway because he's got 54 wins over here. So, I mean, right now I say the two winningest drivers of SRA would be Marcus and Jake.
Well, good news for Delonte Ballard. He got, not only did he get caught up to the field here, but he's running in ninth. So this is really going to help Delonte out. And
Yeah.
he's battling with Ariotti right now.
He is.
Harry in 10th. Bobby Chaney now in 11th. So I think it's pretty much safe to say that Bobby he's probably going to make it in.
Yeah.
Well, Jake's starting to put a little bit of distance on Marcus Richardson now.
Yep.
And I know that's not what Marcus wanted. Marcus wanted to
No.
stay with him, but you know, when you're riding in second like that, trying to keep up with somebody that's as steady as Jake Nichols, you know, you're abusing your equipment, one.
Yeah.
And it's hard for you to save your equipment just trying to keep up with them.
Yeah, and also while trying to keep a guy behind you. I mean, that's a lot of stuff you got to, you know, juggle around with there. I mean, kind of, I mean, just that. But that's racing. You know, if you're trying to race somebody and somebody's trying to race you, you're kind of the guy in the middle at the moment. You got to put that in your mindset. You're like, well, how do I go about this? You know, I'm trying to race the guy in front of me, and I'm trying to race the guy behind me. So, you know, I've kind of got my workload cut out for me here. But if you're just kind of like, you know, you and the leader took off from everybody else, and it's just you and him, then that's a little bit less stressful, you know, than when you're racing with two other people. So just imagine if there was a third car involved with Marcus Richardson here. If he was, you know, racing side by side with Femi back there, Marcus would be looking in his rearview mirror going, well, these guys keep switching positions. Which one I want to race here? So
Well, technically, we've only had one caution here because we had the other one was a stage caution. So, but it's 68 to go this time by. So they're picking them up, putting them down. They're clicking the laps off really quick.
Yeah. And I've also noticed the track has cooled off some too, Rudy. Back when the race started, I believe it was around 114 degrees. It's now down to 108. So,
yeah, wow, that's good. That's just helping with the grip more, but I don't know. It's probably making the cars maybe a little tighter in the corners. I'm not really sure how the cooler temperatures is going to play into the factor here. I don't know. Shut in 5th. Just can't seem to get clear of Nate Trito. Not for a lack of trying. And I think the guys are probably thinking, you know, long run here because we had that, you know, such a long run from that first caution of the race there to the stage. So they may be just trying to save their tires right now because I'll tell you, everybody was like on the edge of wrecking there just before that stage caution. I mean, we've seen Femi almost lose it a couple of different times. Even Jake Nichols was sliding a little bit in the corners.
Yeah.
He said he was hanging on for dear life. So. Well, Tyler Sifford's on the track. It looks like he's gonna wind up finishing 16th after getting that damage on the back of that car, trying to get it fixed up under caution, but he is nowhere near as fast as he was at the beginning of the race. So just hang on. He said he's just gonna have fun. He's not in the chase, not gonna make it into the chase. So just go out and have a little fun.
I like his mindset with that, you know, when you know he's not bummed out about it. I mean, he is, but I'm just saying, you know, he's not that bummed out about it where it's going to, you know, kind of affect his driving abilities out there, and he's just going to go out there and have fun with it, and that's what a race car driver should do, and I like that for Tyler. So that's great for him to, you know, be able to, you know, have a mindset like that. But man, it just does suck when you see a great driver with the potential that he has. It just keeps having these, you know, small accidents and stuff on the racetracks that keeps him from these positions and keeps him from getting into these chases. And I mean, you know, but I like his attitude.
Yep. Well, they're staying with Jake now. They've kind of reeled him back in a little bit, and they're staying with him. So, and Jake might not be dropping the hammer yet. He might be just kind of just saving his tires in case this does go green for a long time.
Yeah.
As long as Marcus. As long as Marcus is not up there challenging him, you know, there's no sense in him getting out there and just beating that car up and tearing the tires off of it.
Yeah.
And I think that might be what Marcus and Femi are doing right now too. I mean, Femi's been close here a couple times to get a run on Marcus, but he's really not taking advantage of it.
And you can see sometimes it looks like Femi kind of takes a look, and he's just like, don't worry about it, back off, and kind of, save your stuff a little bit, and, try it again when the time, seems a little bit better. But
yep.
Right now, I think they're just doing the right thing, just kind of holding off and kind of holding back, saving their stuff for the end.
All right, I think we're going to have, 60 to go this time by. Yeah, 60 laps to go. Man, they're clicking them off quick here.
They are, yeah.
Nate Trito actually gets away from David's shot, but now David's got a mirror full of Tyler Ducharme. And Tyler, man, he just slid it into one there.
Yes, he did.
And he slid it coming off a 2. Holy smoke.
Oh, my.
I think he thinks he's in a late model on the dirt right now or something. He's an excellent dirt racer, let me tell you.
Yes, he is.
Robert Burris hanging on to 7th. Bryce Senesac 8th. Delonte Ballard 9th. And Jonathan Shipman now 10th, but he's got Ariotti taking a look here now. Ari trying to make it into the chase. I think it's going to be so close. I can't really say 100% sure whether Ari's going to make it in, but it's going to be really, really close. I mean, he's got a few drivers that are not here, which is really going to help him out.
Yeah.
Boltan's not here. James Doan's not here. Anthony Emery did not finish quite as well, but
yeah, a lot of good drivers are not here tonight, and that's kind of, that's kind of hurting some, instances and helping others. I mean, that's how it is, but it sucks for the drivers that did miss, but the drivers that didn't, they're looking pretty good right now, and they're probably pretty happy.
And Femi Olat did get around Marcus Richardson, so he goes into 2nd. See, we're going to have 55 to go at the line. I think they're going to have to stop one time for fuel. Probably a splash of gas, half a tank or whatever. They might have to take a half tank. And I'm sure if anybody does stop, they're going to take 4 tires. As much as this track has eaten these tires up here today. I heard the guys talking about the new tire model whenever it comes out.
Yeah.
Bobby Cheney said he really liked what he heard about the new tire model.
Well, that's good.
But the bad thing about that new tire model is when you get it wore down, there is a chance you could blow a tire.
That's going to be something to kind of look at,
Yeah.
And with that new damage model, I mean, I kind of, checked that out on the Skippy a couple days ago. Well, it was more than a couple days ago, whenever it come out there back when they had the new build. And if they can get that damage model to be implemented on all cars correctly and where it works without any problems and without a hitch, I think that's going to really, be able to let them play with the tire model even better and actually be able to blow tires, have a flat tire, and vice versa and all that. And that's really going to change the game of iRacing. I mean, because right now you can't blow tires. You can't have flat tires. Now you can have a damaged tire. Like if you get like damaged suspension or something like that, you could actually have to where the tire like locks up and the wheels don't move and stuff like that. You can actually scuff the tires and wear them down, but they can't blow. So I kind of think if they can get that damage model worked out and they can do that, I think it'd be something fantastic to be able to have your tires, just have random mechanical failures on your race cars. I think that'd be something kind of cool.
Well, Bryce Senesac's been looking to try to get around Robert Burris. And he's attempted it a couple of different times, but he just can't clear them.
No.
Side by side a couple times with them. And here he goes again. It looks like coming out of turn 4, but he just can't get that run off like Robert Burris can.
Yeah.
And that's allowed Delonte Ballard to close up. Ballard, 9th place, finally making it back into the top 10 here. We got a 4-car pack here that are battling really hard, and they're closing up on Tyler Ducharme.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burris is, he's running really good right now. With that pressure, you know, when you start pressuring somebody, that's when it seems like you kind of start looking for a little more speed out there on the track. And I think maybe Robert might have found it. Sometimes it takes a while for you to kind of learn the track and find out where you're fast at, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so Jake Nichols 1.3 seconds ahead of Femi Olat right now. Oh, almost made contact there with Derek Self. Actually, I think they did make contact. Wow, that could have been bad for Femi Olat. Man. Marcus got by Derek. Now Nate Trito comes up on Derek. Ooh, big blink there. The heck. And he's going to get by Derek Self. The 4 drivers have cleared the lap car there of Derek Self. And Ariotti lapped down, so I'm gonna assume that he probably come into pit road.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yep. So he's made his final pit stop with about 47 to go. So, and Bobby Cheney's he's on pit road. He's coming off now. So we're seeing some guys coming to pit road here to get them fresh tires. Well, they've been running about about almost 40 laps. So I guess they're going to run the last 45 or 47 or whatever on the, you know, that last round. So these guys have been out here, well, about 37 laps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake's been out here, will be 38 laps at the line. And sure, you know, the car might not feel that great out there, but, you know, when you put new tires on a car, it takes you a lap or two to get, you know, a little bit of heat built up in them before they really start feeling good.
Yeah.
And sometimes guys, they just are running so good, they just hate to give that, you know, give up and go get new tires.
Yeah. I mean, we see that from time to time. You know, these guys, they're out there running, you know, and they're kind of like Iron Men, you know. They're just like, I want to keep going on these tires. I'm just having such a great run. And they're getting at that mindset. They're like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to have to stay out here and try it as best as I can. And sometimes it works for them, and sometimes it doesn't. So, I mean, you know, but that's just the racing aspect of things, and that's how it goes. So.
Well, them are the only 2 that I've seen come in. Everybody else has been still out here. Marshall Stanley now is the last one on the lead lap, but he's about to get passed up here. Oh, man. Bobby Cheney almost got into the side of him. Yeah, he does. Jake Nichols is not too awful far behind him. Maybe a second and a half. No, I don't know. It's too hard to tell. He's about a second and a half behind him, I think. Just waiting to see if anybody else is going to take on pit road here, because we're coming to 40 to go here in the next couple laps. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see some guys come in. Or some more guys, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Ballard's in. He's coming to he's going to take his final pit stop. And Nate Trito's in. Oh, yeah, we're seeing more and more guys come to pit road now. Tyler Ducharme, Bryce Senesac, these guys all giving up track position out there to come to pit road. So now it's going to be important for Jake Nichols to think about this. He needs to start thinking about coming to pit road here.
He does,
pretty quick. Because those guys are out there with fresh tires. They're going to be way faster than him. And what kind of scares me about that, Jeff, you know, when you get some of these guys, oh, Marcus Richardson's in, David Schutt, and Femi Olat. Yes, sir. But what scares me about that, when you get guys that have, you know, stopped and got new tires on their car. Okay, here comes Jake. He's finally coming in.
He's coming in now, yep.
But them guys want to pass you, you know, and that's taking a chance on the two of you making contact and maybe getting wrecked. You know, that's what I think about that a lot. You know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but okay, him and Jonathan Shipman coming in. And that's going to put Koulibaly in the lead here. Yep, Koulibaly takes over the lead. Marshall Stanley right behind him in second. But Jake Nichols finally making in, and he's away. And he just got passed up by Ariotti. Now, Ari pitted quite a bit before him, if you remember. He's got 10 laps on them tires already, so I don't know how long it's going to take Jake Nichols to catch up to him, but Jake's about 3.5 seconds behind him. Marcus Richardson fifth. Bobby Chaney, now there's another one. He pitted early too. He's got about 10 laps on them tires already. But we're going to keep an eye on when these front two leaders are going to come in. I think Marshall Stanley would really like to stay out there and lead a lap, and I don't know. He's going to. Okay, he's going to go around the outside because Koulibaly's coming in. So Marshall Stanley will take this lap and collect a bonus point.
Yes, sir. That's great for him.
Yeah, he's not even close to being in the chase, though. That's the only thing. But, hey, bonus point, it adds up.
It does.
Ariotti in second now. And Jake Nichols is closing really fast. Him and Marcus Richardson up on Ariotti. That's a difference in 10 laps difference on them tires, and that's how much faster Jake Nichols is than Ariotti just with 10 laps. Wow. There he goes, Jake Nichols. Marshall Stanley is still out there on the track turning laps, but he's got to think about pit road here pretty quick. He's going to be running pretty low on fuel.
Oh, of course, and his tires have to be ate away by now as well. And I mean, just, you know, that perspective, it's not going to take Jake very long to catch back up to him if he stays out here.
Marcus Richardson gets around Ariotti. Now, next up is going to be Femi Olat. He's got about 9 or 10 lap newer tires, so it won't be long. He'll be catching up to Ariotti here now. Ari, I think, did a good job to get, you know, this. It was all about track position, you know, and I think, you know, this is going to really help him out. He's inside the top 5 right now, even though there's more guys coming that pitted way later than him. Nate Trito, now Robert Burris. These guys might try to get around Ariotti. But I still think it was a good call for Ari. You know, the tires were pretty much shot. He just was struggling with it. And Marshall Stanley's still leading, but Jake Nichols is coming. He's only 4.5 seconds behind him. There he comes. Coming up on Derek Self. He's got to clear Derek Self. And Marshall Stanley's still out there. Been out there for 51 laps. Well, Tyler Sifford picked up a position there from Derek Self. So he's into 15th. He might be struggling with the damaged car, but he's still running pretty good.
Yep.
All right, Jake catches up to Marshall Stanley. Here we go. Pass for the lead. And Marshall knew he was, it was just inevitable. It was going to happen. Uh-oh. Stanley in trouble there. He gets tapped by Derek Self.
Yeah.
Good save. I'm just not sure why he hasn't come to pit road yet. I don't know. Well, because I don't think it's possible he can make it the rest of the way on fuel. Gosh, that would be like 80 laps or something. I don't think here he
like
comes.
that,
He's coming in now. Okay, good call. He's coming in. All right, so Jake Nichols takes over the lead. Femi Olat second. And Marcus Richardson third. Now, Femi's about 2 seconds from Jake. And I really, to be honest with you, I just don't think anybody's been able to do anything with Jake today. He just,
No.
That guy's on
He's
rails.
on rails.
Man.
Bad thing here is, though, he's about getting ready to pass up Tyler Sifford and put him another lap down. But the good news is Tyler Sifford did pick up a position. Derek Self going a couple laps down, so.
Yep, he gets around Tyler. Tyler wasn't going to fight him. He's a man. I'm not tangling it up with Jake Nichols because, man, Jake is just fast out there.
Yeah.
And he's already led 109 laps out of the 120.
Wow.
Out of the 120 we ran.
That's crazy.
Yep. I think James Coulibaly led 1 and Marshall Stanley led 8. So that's all the other laps. Nobody else has led. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Dang. Yep, pretty impressive. Me and Marcus hanging on. Nate Trito, 4th place. This is good for Nate. Started 16th. Nate's not in the chase, not even like in the vicinity of being in the chase, so he's just out here having fun right now. David Shutt and Tyler Ducharme. You guys are probably going to wind up being in a battle before this is over, because if Tyler can find any more speed in that car, he would love nothing more than to be up there battling with David Shutt. He wants to be inside that top 5. As much as he said this car was so fast out here today, he really has not been able to find the fast lane to be faster than the guys ahead of him, you know?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. I mean, you feel like the thing's a rocket ship out there, but, you know, so does 5 more guys ahead of them. They feel like it's a rocket ship too, you know?
Of course, yeah.
Right along here with Tyler Ducharme. I mean, he's got some great speed in that car. A lot of braking in turn 3 there to kind of get that thing slowed down so it found some grip. And boy, when they come down that front stretch, they're looking right into the sun. Let's ride in the cockpit here with Tyler Ducharme and watch what happens here when they come down that front stretch and they're looking right directly into the sun. They get that glare off the windshield. That's got to be pretty difficult to race.
Yeah.
You know, when you got that sun glare, well, I guess it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. No, nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. They raced another league. They raced here a couple weeks ago at a track, and I'm telling you what, that sun was just absolutely horrible. I had an in-car shot there of them guys, and oh my gosh, it was horrible. You were actually pretty much blinded.
Yeah.
Well, Femi Olat still holding off Marcus Richardson for second, but they are 3 seconds behind Jake Nichols now with 18 to go. Jake's going to take 17 to go this time by. 117 laps led. Golly. He leads the rest of them. That's going to be 134 laps led out of the 145. Unbelievable run. How do I feel about Kyle Larson winning? I watched the race. I watched NASCAR. Why would you think I don't watch NASCAR? But yeah, oh yeah, that was great. I was happy for Kyle Larson to win that, and I was happy for Truex to finish second too, because I'm a big Truex fan. I'm not a Kyle Larson fan, but I was happy that he won. So, I mean, he had the car, man. Nobody could do anything. But now, if they would have had a couple more laps to go, I think Truex might have been up there giving him a tough time. I think that would have been interesting if they'd have had about 2 more laps. Because Truex closed in from like 4 seconds back, man, right up to under, what was he, like 1.2 seconds there one time.
Something, yeah. But me too. I'm really happy for Kyle.
Yeah.
I mean, like Rudy said, he's not a Kyle Larson fan, but me, I'm actually kind of rooting for him because I think it'd be excellent to see him get his first championship.
Oh yeah, he's kind of like, well, right now out of the guys that are up there, he's kind of the underdog. You know?
I mean, I'm not saying to be mean. I like Kyle Larson a lot, but it just seems like every time he runs good, he chokes. It's like,
yeah.
It's like he tries too hard, and then when he gets up there, he hits the wall or something, and then just ends up choking and then doesn't get the win because he messed up and somebody gets around him. And that just makes me feel so bad for the guy. I'm like, come on, dude, you can do better than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to run around here real quick. Let's run around through the field here real quick before we get down to the 10 to go. Jake Nichols started on the pole and has led pretty much most of the race out here. Femi Olat started third, running in second. Marcus Richardson started fifth, running in third. Nate Trito started 16th, and he has been holding on to this top 5 finish here. I mean, wow, this is an amazing run for Nate Trito.
Yeah.
Not in the chase, but not going to make it into the chase, but man, solid run. David Shutt started 8th, running in 5th. Tyler Ducharme started 4th, running in 6th. Delonte Ballard started 9th, running in 7th, and if you remember earlier, he was close to going a lap down.
Yeah.
But man, he got, thankfully the stage caution come out just in time for him to stay on that lead lap. Jonathan Shipman started 2nd, but he's back here at 8th. Now he's battling with Delonte Ballard, and Delonte really does not want him to pass that because Delonte's on the edge of making it in to the chase. I think he's going to make it in, probably just by race positions here tonight and getting points. Bryce Senesac started 19th, running in 9th. Good run for him here tonight. Robert Burris started 10th, running in 10th. Ariotti started 6th place, running in 11th. Another one that is fighting to get into this chase, and I don't know if he's going to make it or not. I guess we won't know till they finish doing the points after tonight. But Bobby Chaney started 17th, running in 12th. Bobby, I think the way he's running right now, the points he's gathered up here, as long as nothing else happens to him, I think he'll be pretty much into the chase. James Coulibaly, he was one of the guys that was pretty much on the bubble of making it in, but he is the first car a lap down right now. He did lead some laps, so he got some bonus points there. That's going to help him out quite a bit. But he started 13th, running in 13th. Marshall Stanley started 15th, running in 14th. Tyler Sifford had a bad day here today, but started 11th and making up some positions here. He's made up about 2 or 3 positions, so he's running in the 15th. And Derek Self, last one out here running, started 14th, running in 16th. and that's a run around the field. Well, Jeff, I just don't know what to say about this run that Jake's had here today. This has just been,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much more dominating you could get out there, bar nothing serious happens here in the closing laps. Man, 3.6 seconds back to Femi a lap. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is.
Now, Marcus is putting the pressure on Femi here. I wonder if Marcus might have saved a little. Maybe
Could
not.
have.
He's sliding a little.
Yeah, I saw that after you said that. Yeah,
Yep.
he slid a little bit there. So
That is a good battle between them two, though. Those two love to race each other. Looking up there, you can see Jake Nichols up ahead of Femi a lap, but that's 3.7 seconds. And it's going to be 4 to go at the line for Jake Nichols. There it is, 4 laps to go. Man, oh man, I'm telling you, that guy is just alien-like, ain't he?
you can say that again.
He is alien-like.
Say it a third time.
You said say it again.
And I'll keep say it again. I'm only kidding.
Hey, I'll tell you, the one I felt bad for, we're getting ready to come to 2 to go here. The one I felt bad for in that race actually was Chase Elliott. Oh, man, after
Yeah.
he had engine problems there. I mean, what, on lap 7 or something, somebody told me.
The one I feel the worst for is because he didn't even start the race. Joey Logano. I mean,
Yeah.
He pulled out of the pits and he lost his axle or something
Yeah.
that had to do with that. And he had to go in the pits and get that fixed, and he went like 30 laps down. So
Yeah,
I
I know
was like, man. And then
Unbelievable.
Chase had that happen to him, and I was like, man, 2 Chase drivers are out there already? I'm like,
Yep.
what is this? I'm like,
All right, here we go. Coming to get the white flag, Jake Nichols. He's going to get 134 laps led here, providing nothing happens on this final lap, but he's got 4 turns to go. Let's see if he can do it.
oh, I'm
How's that
pretty
battle
sure.
for second? Oh, that's pretty much decided now. Femi Olat's
think
got
it is,
away
yeah.
from
He has.
Marcus Richardson.
Yeah, Femi'd have to have a small little hiccup in order for Marcus to pass him, but I don't see
All
that
right.
happening.
Out of the turn 4 for the final time and taking the checkered flag, Jake Nichols winning here tonight. Congratulations to Jake, man. I'll tell you, just keeps putting it out there and just keeps
He does.
pulling away into points.
Yeah, but this was some redemption. I mean, after Jake was, he's still the winningest driver this season, but what I'm saying is, before Marcus Richardson won his 2 races, and then before Bobby won last week's race, the only other winner of the season was Zoltan Hertzeg. Jake Nichols had all the rest of the wins, and then he started kind of, not getting them because of Marcus and Bobby, and now he's got another win. So I think right now that just put a confidence boost on him going into this championship.
Oh yeah, well he's down there burning them down. So let's see if we can get him up here. We'll start talking to him. Oh, got him. Okay. Well, Jake, you did it, brother. Man, leading 134 laps here today, winning the stage. Man, you just cleaned up on the points like you needed them.
Yeah, that was
Joking.
Yeah, that was a good one for us.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a finish right there. And you just kept pulling away. How do you do that? How do you keep pulling away from these guys? Man,
I don't know. I love these kind of tracks, especially the shorter tracks where we had to use a lot of brake, and we didn't use too much, we didn't go too low on the brake bias this time, knowing it wasn't going to go that late into the evening. But either way, our Toyota Camry is on rails tonight. All we needed to do the entire night was to keep track position. It was really hard to run behind people and to pass. So all we needed to do was have good pit stops and not really make any mistakes. And thankfully we did that and stayed out front.
Okay, now let's rewind back to when you guys come off of pit road there after, everybody had to make their final pit stop, of course. But when you guys got the restart there after the stage, Marcus and Femi were staying right with you. And then, I don't know, it seemed like maybe 10 or 12 laps later, you kind of inched away just a little bit, maybe a half a second. Next thing you know, it was a second. Obviously, you weren't saving tires, but, well, I don't know. Tell me how you were doing that.
Just trying to not use too much of one specific tire, really. Just, we were pacing ourselves slightly. Of course, you got to run fast when you got those guys right behind you. You can't just run slow or they'll get by you. But we were definitely holding back a little bit, knowing they were probably running a little harder after that first run there. I knew they wanted to stay close because they kind of needed to with how bad dirty air was. We were just going to set sail. And I feel like the only way you're really going to make a good pass up there without someone letting you go is if you got it on the restart, pushing hard. So I just made sure we stayed behind them and really looked in the mirror probably more than I should have tonight, but it worked out well. Thankfully, that car was fast tonight.
Yeah, because, Marcus has got, the most wins in SRA history, okay? But, we were looking at the stats. You're not quite halfway to Marcus. You're catching them. With the wins, but we know Marcus is fast. We know Femi's fast. So, and for you to be pulling away like that, I just was kind of curious as to how you were doing that, because knowing how fast those two were behind you, you got to be faster, obviously, to keep pulling away. So, but great job out there tonight, Jake. Congrats on your win. Who you got to thank for it?
SimSpeedShop.com, of course, for being on board. It seemed like it's been a while just because of some of the breaks since we've been in victory lane. Sometimes we just don't have things our way, but thankfully tonight in our TRD Camry, it went perfect out here in Phoenix. Looking forward. Hopefully Pete goes here next year. I'd love to run this track. I love shorter tracks, and especially in those kind of races, I'd love to see it. But either way, thanks to everyone at Sim Racing Authority for putting on these races, and all the drivers for a pretty clean race tonight. I think we only had one caution for an incident,
right,
as far as I remember. So that's pretty good. Hats off to those guys for a great race. I heard some good battles in TeamSpeak from my teammates. They were having fun, so that's good. That's always a plus. So thanks to them, and thanks to you guys at MaxSpeedTV for broadcasting and supporting SRA here. You guys always do an amazing job, so thanks to you guys.
Thank you, sir. Well, good luck in the chase now. That starts next week at Darlington. What's your thoughts on the first race of the chase starting at Darlington?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I feel like I got lucky there in Peak this year, and then the only other time I ran decent there was a couple seasons ago when I had like 1 hour of sleep and I actually won, and I was so shocked. It was probably the best race I've ever ran there, but I don't know if I can repeat that, to be honest. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully we can just get out of there with good points and get to Talladega and rest of the chase there.
Well, are you running in the NBC race, the Peak race Thursday night?
Yeah.
Okay, well, very good. Well, I'll be watching. Well,
Heck yeah,
I won't be
man.
able to watch it live, but I'm going to watch it on the YouTube replay later. They are going to be allowed to do that from what I understand. So, well, yeah, man, great. That's good. I wish you the best in that. But
thank you.
Congratulations tonight, locking yourself into the chase. You did it on point. You didn't even have to race tonight. Kyle didn't even race tonight. And because he's pretty much locked in. But well, good luck next week, and good luck Thursday night. Thanks for talking with us, Jake. Yes, sir.
Thanks.
All right, Jeff, you got second?
Yeah, I sure do. Femi Olat, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, Femi, tell us about your run out there tonight, my friend. It looks like Jake just kind of had it on you guys tonight, with the way he was racing. But, kind of tell us your side of the story and what you thought maybe you could have did to, kind of keep up there with him.
Well, my race, there wasn't much besides racing Marcus tonight. Fucking air. I'm racing air more than I'm racing people. Race went.
Well, how was
Okay.
it racing with Mark out there tonight? It looked like you two were having some fun.
I was the only source of fun from that show. You know, we were running different lines like pretty much the whole race because we were just in a second of each other the whole time. It was cool to try different things. Yeah, that was well. Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but like I said, there's really not much to say besides racing air, and I just had fun racing Marcus. And that's really it.
All right, Femi. Well, congratulations on your second place finish tonight here at Phoenix. What's your thoughts on the next race?
Where are we going?
Darlington.
Yeah, Darlington.
Congrats to the pole winner there too.
Well, Femi, you have anybody like to give a shout out? Thanks tonight for you celebrate your top 3 finish.
Thanks to you guys for broadcasting. It's greatly appreciated. Great to watch. You guys have a really well done production with MaxSpeedTV. Thanks to the admins for showing up tonight, and thanks to everybody who raced.
All right, Femi. Well, once again, congratulations on your top 3 finish, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, Rudy, you got third.
I do. Marcus Richardson, you got a copy?
Hello.
Well, I think you're pretty much safe to say. I think you're locked into the chase here for next week at Darlington.
I'm not eligible. I've missed too many races.
Oh, see that I did not know that. Okay, well, all right. Well, you would have made it in points. At least you know that.
I would have won, but yeah.
Well, you've heard us talking, Marcus, about how fast Jake is out there, and I know how fast you and Femi are. I mean, what was he doing different that you guys weren't doing? Because both of you guys are so fast.
Yeah, I haven't raced here in a long time, so I ran a lot of practice laps, and I thought I was decent. We started the race, and the pace was a lot faster than I thought it was. And I just didn't know what to do because they were driving it in to turn 3 almost like way past the markers, like on the brakes in the middle of the corner still. So I had to figure that out, and then I couldn't do what they were doing because I had the default brake bias. So about halfway through after the first stop, I lowered it as much as I could, but it only lets you go so far once the race starts. So just slowly, I would just build up too much pressure in the right front. It would get tighter and tighter. Then I just let Femi go because he wasn't ever going to be able to pass me because I had too much drive off and he was spinning his tires. So I just let him have it. And then at the end, I don't know what happened. I guess Femi started getting too loose and I started running him down. And then I just kind of hit the wall there, trying to get greedy there with 2 to go. But I think a lot of it was just I wasn't anticipating the pace that we were running. It was kind of ridiculous. But Drake was really fast regardless. So even if I had it down, I don't know if I would have been able to run with them. But the pace was just way, way, way faster than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what's your thoughts on Darlington next week? Are you going to be there for that?
I will. I honestly don't know what to expect because I ran there in the Nork race in that league, and I was really fast after I figured it out after 80 laps or whatever, so I won't have that learning curve that I had to have for that. But you couldn't pass in the dirty air, and I was like 2/10 faster than the car in front of me. I couldn't pass them because I would just get up to them and stall. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in that race.
Well, I know we talk a lot about the dirty air, and most everybody that's watching knows what the dirty air is. I mean, when you're in behind somebody, and we know how sensitive these cars are to that dirty air. I mean, when you get up on the back of somebody, it really can make them loose. I mean, it's just amazing how that works, and as far as for being a sim, it's just that real. But you guys were out there quite a bit, so you really didn't have a whole lot of dirty air. But the car, it just I don't know. A lot of people were saying it was just kind of tight in, but loose coming off. Is that what you were feeling?
It was really tight in to the center.
Yeah.
So that's where I lost majority of my time. I don't know. I didn't think dirty air was that big of an issue tonight. I just
Short
don't think it was an
track.
issue. It's just it did affect the car a little bit when I got up on Femi with like 10 to go, but it was nothing that I wasn't able to figure it out. I just had to get off the brakes more and let it roll to his outside and get the right front and clean air. But I don't think it was the difference between me winning and losing the race.
Right. All right, Marcus. Well, who you got to thank for your third place finish tonight?
Shout out to you guys for broadcasting it. Appreciate it, and everybody watching. And it's a clean race. There's pretty much no cautions, so that was good. And congrats to Jake on the win.
All right, Marcus. Well, we hope to see you next week at Darlington. Again, congratulations and good luck next week.
Yep, thanks.
All right, Jeff. All right, running down through the final results here, folks. Jake Nichols coming home with the win, leading 134 laps out of the 145. Just amazing. Wow. Yeah, what a domination out there. And winning by 3.8 seconds over Femi Olat. Marcus Richardson in third. Nate Trito, good finish for Nate tonight, man. It's too bad he's not in the chase because, man, that would have been a great finish for him to, pretty much lock him in. David Shutt, he is, he's pretty much in the next round, so he will finish in fifth. Tyler Ducharme, sixth. Delonte Ballard, seventh. Jonathan Shipman, eighth. Bryce Senesac, ninth. And Robert Burris rounds out the top 10. Jeff?
Yep, Ariotti will finish 11th tonight. Not really the run he was looking for. He started 6th, and he'll finish back here. So, man, tough break for him. Bobby Chaney will finish in 12th. He was the last car on the lead lap. James Coolbody will finish 13th. Marshall Stanley will finish 14th. Tyler Sifford, man, heartbreak hotel for him again. Hopefully he can turn his luck around and get some good finishes here soon. But it seems like he's past couple races. He just hasn't really had the, good luck that he's hoped for. But he'll finish 15th tonight, and he did pick up some positions after where he did fall to after his bad luck. But Derek Self will finish in 16th. Anthony Emery will finish 17th. And Ethan Kurtz will round up the field, finishing in 18th. Chuck Sweeting did not start the race.
All right, very good. Well, again, congratulations to the winner here tonight at SRA. Jake Nichols leading 134 laps, and he is locked into the next round. So we'll see him next week at Darlington. Hopefully he can run well there. And wishing him the best of luck Thursday night. The Peak and Freeze series is going to be broadcasted live on NBC Sports Network. So, folks, if you get a chance, tune in for that. That's going to be. I'll be broadcasting, so I won't be able to tune into it live, but man, tune in for that because that'll be pretty exciting. And wish Jake the best of luck out there for that because man, there's some great drivers. I don't know. I know they're running a full length race, but I don't recall. I'm thinking it might be at Darlington. No.
Oh, it's Homestead, I think.
Oh, is it Homestead?
I'm pretty sure. Let me see. This is on the front page.
Yeah, I can't remember. Well, but anyhow.
Yeah, it's Homestead.
Homestead, okay. Well, that should be a good race. Mile and a half track. And all right, so good luck to all the drivers out there. Watch for Jake Nichols to see if he can get up there and get a win or even a podium finish or top 5, whatever. Let's just wish him the best of luck out there in that. All right, well, folks, thanks for watching tonight. We appreciate it. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.